Hey guys, it's your girl Coco. If you're new to my channel, it's aka not well Malibu Barbie, aka not your average Coco. For everyone returning, welcome back. Today I wanted to get into this video because first of all, technology is being weird. It's Mercury's not in their microwave. So here we go. Today I just really wanted to give you guys some inspiration and hopefully a new way of thinking, a new perspective as well. And so I wanted to share with you, and I have these things written down because this is like my everyday lifestyle. When I wake up in the morning, sorry, I hate this music that's happening right now. Okay, we like it. It was getting too much. But I wanted really to talk about the 3 things that are holding you back. I wrote them down and I leave them up because I really do feel like I need a reminder all the time. And so without further ado, welcome to my channel, and this is your daily inspiration. It's like I tried to do this video before and I tried doing my eyebrows, didn't work out, so I'm doing it over again. Don't mind my room because I'm always moving things around. So let's get into it. First, let's get into the first one. So I have it on these little sticky notes. You can always write your notes down if you want to remember it. If not, just remember what I say, okay? First thing is thinking that there's perfect timing. So let's talk about it. How many times have you were like, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to start this routine. I'm going to do this workout. I'm going to start this business. I'm going to call that man back. I'm going to call that girl back. So the whole thing of what I'm getting here is there's never going to be a perfect time. And if you think back in your life, back to every event that's happened, there's probably never a perfect time. Even when you planned the field trip or the vacation, I said the field trip. Even when you planned a vacation, booking the flight, it was probably hectic. Booking the venue, probably hectic. Getting there, arriving, getting the Uber, waiting for stuff, it was all hectic. So what I'm really saying is there's never going to be a perfect time, so you might as well start now. And that's something for me that I find, I know that there's never going to be a perfect time when I want to do something, and then when I do, I get the expectations, I get my expectations so high that when I don't execute it how I want to, it kind of ruins like the whole time of me enjoying and being present in the moment, and just, I'm just being a bee. But I really wanted to share that because I really do think a lot of people think for myself. And the reason why I'm also making this video is because I do get a lot of compliments from people telling me that I handle stress really well. They would have never known that I was under pressure. I just maneuver through life so gracefully. So I just wanted to share some of my tips with you. Hopefully these make your life a little bit easier and the things that you're doing a little bit easier. The music that we're listening to right now, I really hate it. And it's live, and I don't know why every time it does this to me. We're just gonna like fast forward. Let's get into like something more mellow because I like this a little bit better. So yeah, I was getting compliments. I've been getting a lot of compliments like as I've been growing up, just like how I am as a person, how I'm just so calm and serene sometimes, even when things are hectic, or what they never would have known what I was going through at the time, because of just how I have some really good, coping skills, like, but some real shit though. Yeah, there's never going to be a perfect time. I don't know if this is the advice that you need to hear, but there's never going to be a perfect time. There's going to be times that look better than others, but it's never going to be the perfect time. And the reason why I say that is because we're always working to achieve something new. So usually when that time comes, even when we get it, we're probably striving for something different or what we see in our eyes better. So let's get on to number 2. I didn't want to make this a super long video. Number 2 is thinking asking for help is weak. I don't know how many people just don't ask for help because they don't want other people to know what they're going through. They don't want people to judge them. They don't want people to make them feel like lesser than themselves because, people are really judgmental nowadays. And so I just wanted to share that asking for help is the number one way, if you are competing with someone, is the number one way to surpass the people who you're competing against, to be honest. And it all depends on who you ask for help. And so as a life coach and as a spiritual practitioner, you guys can always ask me for help. I found out, and I'm just giving you keys, to be honest, at this point. I found out for myself that people who are competing with you in a way where they don't want you to succeed, they'll never give you the help and they'll never give you the information. So really go to your resources and ask people that are in the places that you want to be for help, because most likely people that are above you, they don't really mind asking you for help. Or people who see that life isn't a competition, they don't mind sharing like advice with you on how they got there, because everyone got there different and their advice might not even work for you, but you can cherry pick and kind of see what works for you in that way. So number 2, thinking asking for help is weak. Come on, you guys. If you guys are still hanging around people who think asking for help is weak, there's a reason why you're not succeeding, and there's a reason why you're not in the places that you want to be. And I'm sorry that I have to be the person to tell you that, but it's true. And for myself, I live a pretty good life. I'm high maintenance, but in other ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need like an extravagant place. I live with a wonderful roommate. And yeah, we just take care of each other and we love each other and we really appreciate each other's time. And yeah, so asking for help is vital. If you don't ask for help, you're pretty much asking to drown. Like, you went out to sea without a boat, without anything to help you, without any food, without any whatever you guys use, grub. You just went out to sea. You're just like, fuck it, without even telling anybody. So next time, let people know, because also how the universe works is sometimes when you extend yourself to the right people, those people will come back with information and relay it back to you. So if you are one of those people that like to think that our world and the people who we know in our circumstances are mirrored based off our perception of life, the people that you ask might be some of the reason why you're not getting further in life. Stop hanging around those people as much. Get around people that are gonna get around people that are gonna give you life, fill you with joy, and give you great advice from an unbiased perspective of only wanting to see you succeed. Okay. And then next, third on the list, negative self-talk. Now let's talk about it. Okay. How many of you guys said you can't make $1 million? You can't have that man or woman. You can't have that job. I'm not qualified. Let's cut it. The price is way too high, so you need to cut it out. And the reason why I say this stuff is because it's not only programming your subconscious mind into thinking that you can't have these things, but to be honest, when you look weak around other people and you look, oh, I'm gonna hit some people real deep with this. But when you're meek around other people, especially people who are playing the game, if you don't know what the game is, it's the game of life, baby. That's it. So the people who are playing the life of game and they know that they use like these tactics of like manipulation and things like that, you talking negatively about yourself and then getting around people who already think that they're better than other people, you give them the power to also make you feel low. And they're not, again, going to give you the information. They're not going to give you the help. Most likely when you make yourself small around these people, they feed off of that and they use that and they use you for things and tell you to do things. And when you're at work, they tell you to do their job for you pretty much. When you're around certain type of friends, they make you look bad so they can have like more attention. When you're around certain type of family members, they actually kind of program. Usually family members are like the people who program your growing up existence, like how you know, when you grow up, the mindset that you have when you grow up, usually your family is kind of what molds that. If you lived with them like while growing up, you get it. They're the first people who give you trauma. They're also the first people who help you build like your mindset and your outlook of life. So if you're around that, you're gonna have to program yourself into thinking more positive. And what I like to do, obviously, I love talking to my friends. I love being able to share my life with them and share just things that I'm going through. That's just something that I like to do. It kind of helps me get it off my chest, but I'm also expressing to people that care, again, that might be able to give me advice, look at a situation in a different way. And then they also encourage me. So if you don't have positive people around you, it's really important because they will encourage you when you can't encourage yourself. Also talking in the mirror to yourself, or even just recording videos of yourself like this and uploading it is going to be number one way how to pretty much boost your self-confidence, because that's what it's really about. And I think I have a lot of self-confidence because I played sports and I spent a lot of my time growing up in the mirror. And I've been through a lot of trauma that's made me like stand up towards people. There was this really mean girl when I went to this school named Keandra, and her name was Keandra Pace, and she was a really mean girl, and she was mean to me. And that was the day kind of like I was ready. Like, I used to fight my sisters at home and like the kids at home. Like, I used to fight like little boys, like when, like, you know, I'm at home playing out around the house in the streets. But when I went to school, it was something different because all my teachers were black, all the kids were black. They lived in like the actual hood in the projects, but not so much, like not too much, because I stayed in Washington, so not too much. But they were just bad and like disobedient. But this one girl was very mean to me. There was a bunch of girls that was really mean. And man, now that I'm thinking about it, you girls are really mean. So I hope you watch this video and know that you did some really bad things to like me and my friends. But anyways, she was talking about me. We weren't supposed to talk in our teacher's class. It was Miss Bird's class. And then we were just talking, and she was just talking stuff behind me, saying that I stink. I had a smell issue, how I grew up. Anyways, I'm owning it now. I smell wonderful now, whatever. And so when I was just doing my work, I hear her talking like behind me and just saying all this horrible stuff. And eventually I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, do you want to fight? And obviously she was like, oh, like what? Like looking around like, yes, I'll fight you right now. So shut the fuck up, like, bitch. And so my teacher, obviously from that day, she didn't stand up for me. And I would like to also point out teachers who don't stand up for kids who are getting bullied or being talked upon in class. Shame on you, because I had to stick up for myself, and my sisters couldn't stick up for me because they were older than me. And I really wasn't someone, I'm not someone that likes confrontation. So I had to really stick up for myself. And that was the day that I knew that, like, you know, I could beat somebody up. Like, I'll beat your ass, bitch. Like, what are we doing? I really take it all the way there. So it really helped me push my limits. But going back to negative self-talk, that moment I realized that like I was a lot stronger than I was. So I had to experience a lot of things. And a lot of you guys, I'm not saying that you're not strong. I just think that what you can handle isn't what everybody else can handle. And so what that looks like for me is I can handle and I can endure a lot. And I endured it like at a young age. And I kind of shown that, like, you know, I'm tough enough, and I'll always be the first person, and I'll always be the leader, and I'll always like represent, because that's just who I am as a person. Not everybody wants to take that stance, but for myself, that is what gives me the confidence, is knowing that I can achieve it if I put my mind to it. But more than that, knowing that I've done it before, I'm still alive, I'm here again, and who wants their ass kicked? I'm not going to kick your ass, but you guys get it. When it comes to life and the things that you want to do and the things that you want to achieve, it's really important to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you can handle a lot of things, especially for the people who have kids. Because I don't have kids, don't know what that stress and pain is like. I have stomach issues. I have to change my diet, but that's completely different. I'm also mental and I'm crazy, but we won't talk about that. But if you have kids, you could do anything. I heard that the pain is horrible. So you could do anything. You're the number one people. If anyone is telling you that you can't do it, I'm telling you that you're going to be the number one to achieve. And hit me up if you guys ever need any help. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Anyways, losers, I love you. Come back to my videos. I'm gonna make some more, probably some on makeup. If you guys like this, like I said, share it with your friends, and bye.